Hey everyone, it's Crafty Music Lover here, and today I will be flipping through the month of April in my Good Habits Happy Planner and looking at each week's spread. If you would like to see a before the pen look at each of these spreads and see how they change, check out my Instagram at Crafty Music Lover to see all of them and kind of how they changed throughout the different weeks. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing I want to talk about really quickly is I was actually able to complete one of my 21 things in 2021, and that was getting the vaccine. And if you guys have seen my 21 things in 2021 plan with me video, this is kind of how I had it set up, and each time I complete something I will color in the little box so that at the end it's going to be a beautiful colored framed picture. So I'm really excited about being able to complete that. I actually was able to complete this one as well, but I'm not going to fill this out until the actual start date of my college, just so that I am able to completely officially fill it out. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is my year in photos spread. If you guys saw my March after the pen, I know I talked about not really being able to fill out this just because unfortunately things happened and I wasn't able to plan a photo shoot. And actually it's kind of the same with this month, except for I did actually take a picture outside of an area that I live in and I was able to have that, so I just haven't put it in here yet. So I quickly want to talk about my word of the month, which April's word was inspiration, and I really feel like that encompassed everything that went on in the month of April, as you will see in a little bit. I think that I was definitely inspired. I had a lot going on, and I think that my creative spark and my motivation for why I started my Good Habits Happy Planner in the first place really did push through this month, and I definitely think that that was the entire focus for my inspiration, and I'm really happy with these different words of the month because it really does drive my focus on something specific each month. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the actual beginning of the month, which is my April dashboard and my April tip-in. So for this dashboard, I can honestly say that I did not stick to this habit, unfortunately. I did write a little reflection here as to kind of how everything didn't work, but in summary, I think that I'm trying to break really big habits and quit them cold turkey, and that honestly just does not work for me and my lifestyle. I can't quit things cold turkey. So I decided that I really needed to take time to evaluate each habit, what I'm trying to break, and see what it is that I can't stick with it. For example, for this specific goal or habit, I'm trying to see what it is about trying not to spend money that seems so hard for me, and I need to focus on that specific issue and kind of really evaluate it and figure out what's not working. For my April just ones, I also sadly really didn't stick to any of them, unfortunately. Like I said earlier, I really needed to work on the habits that I already have created throughout these previous months and then slowly building up on them. For example, like I was really doing well with my one quiet time a week, and when I added on two, it just somehow it became too much. I don't know how it became too much, but it did. And I think that I really just need to focus on an entire section in my life. Basically, a summarization is in the month of May, I'm going to really try and figure out these habits, what's working and what's not, and I decided that for May I will dedicate one entire day for self-care and evaluation each and every week in order to maximize my time to work on my goals and just really focus on myself. So moving on to my April calendar, this is what it looks like, and I'm actually really pleased with how this looks. I still really like the colors, and I'm really liking using little scrapbook pieces every once in a while. I think I might do that with my June spread because this is really working for me. If you've seen my May setup video where I put my calendar together, you saw that I continued this little bill tracker sidebar thing onto the next month, and I really have to say that this has been working so well for me. It's been keeping me a lot less stressed. That way I know exactly how much I've paid with each bill that I have, when I paid it, and I can have that as a physical tracking for each month. So I'm not really going to say too much about this spread that I already haven't said. I just really love the colors, I love how everything looks, and I really like using these lettering stickers on my spreads, so I think I might continue that on. Maybe. We'll see. Now we're going to move on to the first full week of April. Well, I guess this isn't the first full week. It's kind of like a halvesies, but this is the week of Easter, and I do have a Plan With Me video on this spread, so if you guys would like to see that, I will leave it on the screen and in the description box below. I really enjoy the way this looks. I think that it is a very bright and colorful spread, and I actually very rarely get an opportunity to use my Easter egg and bunny washi tape, so I was really happy that I was able to use that. I don't know what it is about this spread that I love so much, but I feel like it's just the color scheme. Pink and teal are just my aesthetic. I really love that, and I think that it's just a really nice way to keep that together. And I do have to say that I really like this way of planning. As you can see, and you'll see throughout the rest of these spreads, I don't do memory planning anymore. I guess I just kind of fell out of the habit of doing it because I had planned on doing it for this week, but nothing really happened that was important enough to document via pictures, so I kind of just kept everything just normal, and I don't mind it. Something new that I wanted to kind of start, I don't know if it's a new thing because I kind of did it in my March spreads, but I am a huge Marvel fan, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier has been, being a really good show. I decided to dedicate an area for my sidebar to write my thoughts about Falcon and the Winter Soldier because I really liked seeing my thought process as I went through WandaVision, even though they're definitely not the same kind of show. I really liked being able to see that, so I kept a little section here for my thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now we're going to go to the first full week of the month, and this is actually a spread that I did film a video on, but I didn't put it publicly. It's on an unlisted video, so if you guys want to see it, I will leave it on the screen and in the description box below, but I just didn't really like the way the lighting was in the video, so I didn't decide that I wanted to publicly upload it. But this spread was based on National Siblings Day on the 10th and then National Pet Day. So I printed out a bunch of pictures of my sisters and I and our dog, and I wanted to put it all over the page. So I really like the way I did this. I guess you could call this memory planning, but it's not really. It's mainly just adding pictures to the spread. And I really like the color scheme of this. I think that using little date covers are a really good idea for specific spreads, and I really like the way that this looks. It's a very nice pink and like burgundy kind of color, and I think it's really pretty. Now we're going to move on to this week, and I love this spread quite a lot. I think that this is a beautiful spread, and it makes me really, really happy. This spread was an interesting week because I ended up getting my second vaccine on the 14th, and if you have had the second vaccine, you know that sometimes it gets in a mood, and sometimes you have symptoms. Both me and my sister had really bad flu-like symptoms, honestly, the night of the vaccine, and the unfortunate thing was I was supposed to work on both of these days, but I had to call out sick because I felt like I was hit by a bus. It was terrible. But it's okay because everything ended up working out. I was fine with it. Like, I had time to just relax, but I didn't get a lot done because I was recovering on that Friday, and then I had things going on the 17th and 18th. Something really awesome that happened this week as well was I officially got accepted into my school, and I'm going back to college. It was a really, really awesome feeling that I was able to just have that, and I don't know, I feel like I talk about it all the time, but I'm finally able to go back to school, and it just makes me so, so happy. Moving on to the next spread, this one I also have a Plan With Me video on. This is themed from Animal Kingdom's birthday / Earth Day. So Earth Day is the 22nd, or was the 22nd of April, and that is also coincidentally Animal Kingdom's birthday, and I decided to theme the entire spread off of Animal Kingdom because it is a earth-themed park. It's all about conservation and being mindful of the earth, and just, it's a really, really awesome park. And it's actually my favorite theme park at Disney, so I really wanted to dedicate some space for that. And I love how this looks. I think it's just awesome. So I was working only 2 days this week, but those 2 days were just a bundle of crazy. It rained all day long on this day, which was interesting slash weird because it's a normal thing in Florida for it to rain, but it rained all day. So people were really angry the entire time I was working. So that was fun. And then on this day, sometimes we have like ride testing to adjust and fix things in a specific attraction. We ended up staying way later than we were actually scheduled because just different things happened, and it was a whole ordeal. I also had a lot of Happy Mail come in and purchased this week. The Happy Planner released their back to school launch, and I did purchase some things, which you guys will see a video of my entire haul when it comes in, which will be very, very soon. And then I also ordered a Mother's Day kit from Etsy, and that came in that day as well, which was really fun. I don't know why these aren't checked. They're done. That's fine. So like I said, this week was really fun. And then we move on to the final spread for this month, and this was that section that I was telling you guys about in the previous week's spread. I thought the finale for Falcon and the Winter Soldier was going to be on this day, but it didn't actually end up being that day. So I've got to figure out what I want to do with this because it's actually the very last day. I'm actually filming this on the last day of April, so I have to figure out what I want to do with this so I can fill it out. But this was a really fun week to go through. As you can see, this is not the other side of the spread. I actually had to write a daily sheet for Monday and also for the weekend because I had just a lot going on. Like I said, this spread is not completely filled out because I still have Saturday and Sunday to go through, so that's why this looks very blank and empty, and this is why this is not filled out yet. But it will be filled out eventually, and I will show this in my May After the Pin so you guys can see that as well. But I wanted to quickly show you what my daily sheet looks like, and I used some Pusheen, or I don't know how to say his name, but Pusheen or Pusheen, whatever you say, some little stickers that I got from the Five Below, and I absolutely love this. Obviously this is not complete because the weekend is not done, but I really, really loved being able to use a daily sheet. This was actually the first time I'd use it, and it's a lot of fun, I have to say. It's very interesting. Overall, I really like this spread, and I really like the way it looks, and I think that the pink and purple theme is just awesome, and just really, it makes me happy. So that is all for my April After the Pen. I really hope you guys enjoyed going through my spreads and seeing how I decorated them and added to them as the weeks go by. Once again, if you want to see my before the pen spreads and see how they changed and developed as the week goes by, definitely check out my Instagram at CraftyMusicLover. I will also leave it linked in the description box below if you guys would rather check it out that way. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any other planner related content. All of my playlists are listed down in the description box below, so check them out if you're interested. Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, craft on. Bye guys!